Slide shows about control charts for attributes. There are two types of control charts as per our syllabus. One is P chart, second one is the C chart. Regarding to these attributes charts, some of the points are there. First, we can concentrate one by one. P charts calculates the percent defective in sample. How much percentage of defectives found, that we can observe from P chart. Similarly, second point, P charts are used when observations can be placed in two categories, such as yes or no, that means whether it fits or not, good or bad, for example, defective or non-defective, and so on. These are the attributes charts. Therefore, this type of conclusions will come. Okay. Next, move to the third point. C charts. Regarding to C charts, counts the number of defects in an item, same item. For example, number of defects identification in a casting, in the same casting. Similarly, number of defects found in welding joints, in the same welding joint, only one piece. For example, on a glass mirror, you can observe so many scratches. Then each scratch is treated as one defect, like this. Next, coming to the fourth point, C charts are used only when the number of defects per unit of a measure can be counted, such as the number of scratches, cracks, etc. Anyway, every control chart should have three lines. One is the center line known as control limit. Top one is the upper control limit. Bottom one is the lower control limit. For in both charts, C chart as well as P charts. In earlier charts also, that means X bar or charts, we have already seen every control chart should have three lines. Center line known as control limit. Above CL is known as UCL, upper control limit. Below CL is known as lower control limit. Okay. So for construction of P charts and C charts, it requires some formulas. That's why I would like to explain those formulas. First, concentrate on P chart. What are the formulas used for constructing P chart? In case of P chart, there are three lines. One is control limit known as center line. CL is equal to control limit in P chart is P bar. P means what? How much fraction of defectives exists. P bar means number of defectives, fraction of defectives. Bar means mean. P bar is equal to number of defects found, number of defects found in all the samples divided by total number of items inspected. Total number of items inspected. How to calculate total number of items inspected? That means sample size into number of items in each sample. Okay, this is the CL formula, control limit. UCL is equal to upper control limit in case of P chart is equal to P bar plus 3 into, not cube root, 3 into square root of P bar minus 1 minus P bar divided by small n. Small n means sample size. Small n means sample size. Capital N means number of samples. This term is also known as sigma, means standard deviation. Standard deviation in P chart is P square root of P into 1 minus of P bar divided by small n, where n is the sample size. Number of items inspected in each sample is nothing but the sample size. This is LCL. Yeah, sorry, this is the UCL. LCL is very simple. LCL is P bar, in place of plus sign use minus sign, that's all. P bar minus of 3 into square root of P into 1 minus P divided by n. Okay, these are the formulas used in P charts. Okay, in case of C chart, control limit is the C bar. C bar is equal to sum of defects in all the samples. Condition is only in one unit, it's in the same unit, divided by total number of samples. This is the formula used to calculate control limit, known as center line. UCL is equal to C bar plus 3 into square root of C bar. LCL is equal to only symbol is changing here, minus. So you have to remember all these things, formulas. If you remember all these things, means you can easily construct any chart. In the next slide, you are going to see how to construct a P chart for a given problem. Similarly, C chart. Okay, so in this slide you are observing a problem on P chart. This is a given question. From that table, from the given table, it is observed that first column indicates sample number. How many samples are there? 10 samples. Next, second column indicates number of defectives found in each sample. Some number is given. Okay, total number of defectives found in all the samples is summation of all the defectives, 101. Okay, that we have written here. First calculate P bar. P bar means fraction defectives. How much fraction of defectives are there? P bar. We know the formula, that is, it is the ratio of total number of defects found in all the samples divided by total number of items inspected. How to calculate total number of items inspected? Number of samples, how many? Sorry, number of samples 20, not 10. Number of samples is equal to 20. In each sample, how many items are inspecting? Known as sample size. That means n is equal to number of items inspected in each sample, that is 100. Therefore, total number of items inspected is equal to number of samples into sample size 20 into 100, 2000 items. Okay. Next, from the given table, it is observed that total number of defects found in all the samples is equal to 101. Simply add all the number of defectives in all the samples. 20 samples are there. 101. Therefore, P bar is equal to fraction of defectives. 101 divided by 2000. Nothing but the 0.051. Also, from the given table, third column indicates proportion of defectives. For each sample, find out the proportion of defectives. For example, sample number 1. In sample number 1, number of defectives are 4. 4 defects occurred out of 100 items. Therefore, 4 divided by 100, how much? 0.04. That is the fraction defective in sample number 1. Similarly, calculate for other samples. Okay? Okay. Next. What is the next step? We know the formulas UCL, LCL. UCL is equal to P bar plus 3 into square root of P into 1 minus P divided by small m. In the given LCL, capital M is there, that is wrong. You can correct it. Small m, sample size. So automatically you will get UCL and LCL values. This data is sufficient to construct P chart. P chart. In the next slide, you are going to see the P chart construction. Okay, so this is the P chart construction. We have already calculated CL value, UCL value and LCL value. On a graph paper or on a white paper, consider two axes. One is x-axis, second one is the y-axis. On x-axis, consider sample numbers. How many samples are there? 20 samples. 1 to 20. Okay. Next. On y-axis, we have to take percent defective. Percent defective. Those defectives varies between this range 0 to percent defective value ranges between 0 and 0.08. That's why consider suitable scale on y-axis. Next, for each sample, mark the fraction of defectives. Fraction of defectives. Finally, you can join all those fraction defectives by a straight line. Now observe how the variation is there. Here some of the for sample numbers crossed the limits, that means above UCL and below LCL. Therefore, the process is out of control. Which type of conclusion we can give for this chart? The process, maybe manufacturing process, is out of control because some of the samples, 3 to 5 samples, falls outside the limits. That means above UCL and below LCL. Therefore, the process is out of control. This is the conclusion. Okay. In this slide, you are observing a problem on C chart. So the data is given for defects on TV set from 20 samples. Sample size is 10. Are shown in the table below. TV set means only one item. Number of defects are finding in the same unit. Therefore, which type of chart is suitable for this C chart is suitable. First of all, calculate C bar. C bar is nothing but the control limit or center line. Already given formulas. C bar is equal to sum of defects in all the samples divided by number of samples. Sum of defects is equal to 109. Number of samples are 20. Therefore, CL is equal to 109 divided by 20. It becomes 5.45. After completion of CL, calculate UCL. We have formula. You have to remember this formula all the time. C bar plus 3 into square root of C bar. Simply substitute all the given values. You will get 12.45. Similarly, LCL. The difference is sign change. C bar minus 3 into square root of C bar. In the case of LCL, sometimes we may get negative values. That means minus 1.55. So you can make it minus value into 0. Make it 0. Because negative defects are not there. All our defects are 0 defects. Minimum value should be 0, not minus. There is no question of negative value. LCL is equal to 0. After knowing this information, we can easily construct C chart. Okay now? So this is the C chart. On x-axis we have to consider sample number, 20 samples. On y-axis, number of defects. First construct 3 lines, center line or control limit, UCL and LCL. LCL value is 0. Plot the data points and simply join all these points by using straight lines. Now observe, here the process is under control because for all the samples defects are within the control limits. Within the control limits means below UCL and above LCL. Therefore, the process is under control. This is the conclusion for this C chart. Okay.